ESWATINI, welcome to your 10 o'clock newscast with me, Abongile Mabuza. I will be reading your news with you this evening. Let's get right into our headlines. Lago regiments took to Ngembeni Royal Fields for yet another day of weeding. The Principal Secretary at the Ministry of Education inspected schools badly affected by storms. And vendors at the Mbaban market are fed up with the state of sanitation in the area. Let's get right into our first story. Lago regiments took to Ngembeni Royal Fields for yet another day of weeding as the Buhlagula ceremony continues.
Yama regiments today took to Ngembeni Royal Field where they were weeding as part of the Ngwala ceremony, where they were dancing, also weeding at the same time.
Nembala kunjalo shonga njoba naliphuma nje lapha litaba mnyama ngengane bese emgwaqweni nawe-ke kubonakala ukuthi uyemsebentini wabonela amajayi ngwenyama kubonakala ukuthi wanika indlela because umgwaqo is a shared space and it's a shared road asibanike lelo thuba ukuthi nabo bahambe base bafike ehongweni njoba umsebenzi ngwenyama siubona ukuthi mkhulu awupheli utabo uyahlehla nawe uyahlawula nawe uyawushayela kahle emgwaqweni lapha nakwengcala ukuthi bayethe wena waphakathi
Hamba njani umsebenzi
ngwenyama solo sidla lona njengoba ubona sesendela laba labahleli emakhaya
kanivele nibamelele khona ngala
sesivele siqedile
sinesifiso sekuthi nalabantwana esibatele bayibone le ndlela abantu bayaduka baphindze baphenduke sakhanza bomkhulu ke thina
Indashong Chang Yemaswati News with Carlos Ngembeni.
Prime Minister His Excellency Cleopas Dlamini was impressed with the diligence of Emabutfo while they took to their duties at the Royal Fields. He hailed their work as he attended the weeding ceremony at Ngembeni.
His Excellency, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, applauds the regiment for taking the important national duty of weeding, while at the same time encouraging agriculture as a backbone of our economy.
Ngibona kwami umsebenzi uqhubeka kahle kakhulu njengoba nani sibonela nje uqhubeka kahle impela solo waqala kusukela lelanga sishuka sisibezweni siyawususa intwana ebudzini uhamba nje kahle yonke leli ndawo esihamba khona kuhamba kahle awu ngibona nabantu abakhona lapha ukuthi emajaha kumisela impela kusekela lo asiqale nje kulo umsebenzi njengoba nibona nje lana nemabele lapha udla lokungalinywa kakhulu la so ke lokulinywa kwalamabele kusho kona ukuthi vele ingwenyama ikhutsata ukuthi abelime bename bangalimi nje ummbila kuphela so ke livela kangwane vele liyakhutsata lo Inenga khulu kwene kwendeke la kuleli vela kangwane kuthatha kulima nje kukhona nemadamu lavuliwe kune-ministry yaka-agriculture iyabasita abantu awu sibe siyabambiseka kakhulu nje kuthatheka ukuthi kulinywe kuyembile siyabonga nokuthi imvula iyasapotha tibe tinhle kakhulu kulo nyaka lokusho ukuthi Yemaswati atawuphila kakhulu.
Indasho kufutshane Yemaswati News with Gary Carlos enkembeni.
The Principal Secretary at the Ministry of Education, Beg Tembagama, inspected schools affected by bad storms.
David Lameni umphathi isikolo wakhona eMasundveni ushito naye ukuthi kuningi labakubhekile ukuthi kwenteke kungakavulwa tikolo ngayo lwesibili.
But asibonge nje tikweni for lo msebenzi lelendile ngaleka micro. So siyethemba ukuthi by next week everything gataba.
Engabe kwathinzeka kangakanani kakhulu kulesikole lesi?
No, kwathinzeka kakhulu njengoba ubonile nje indaba thishela la ngendasi kahamba nalama class lawa nawo aba damaged netindlu ngale taphephuka so lo monakalo waba mkhulu kakhulu.
Baka micro project bachazile nabo ukuthi iningi imali ikakhulu lese bayifakile kulona msebenzi.
Singabika lokuthi ke lokuthi lo msebenzi noma ke leti phepho tente ngabo December tendela khona vele tinkampani sesivalile njengoba sathi silenye material ikhamba kwesikhwahlande ubitese lokunyenti vele sekusukumele nakusukuma ncebelejana ngoba nabo sekuvuliwe kepha lesingakusho imaterial seyikhona emakontraka semasayithini njengoba nibonile nje lapha letinye takhiwo tabothisha sevete imbonyiwe.
Kanti ke kubhekekile ukuthi mabhalelo omkhulu etikolo temfundo avakashele isikole lefake ekhasi iSt Joseph's nakhona lapha St Michael's etindzabeni te-channel eMaswati ngijustice wakadlamene ngingimathapha.
False news about the reopening. Rumors of the opening of schools postponed rounds on social media. Now we spoke to the ESWATINI Principals Association President, Mr. Welcome Mhlanga, who addressed these rumors in an interview. Rumors of the opening of schools postponement have been making rounds on social media. Posts and messages stating schools will be opening on the 18th of January instead of the 11th of January next week being confirmed to be fake news. The Eswatini government released a notice confirming the initial date set for schools to reopen, the 11th of January, as legit. We spoke to Eswatini Principals Association President Welcome Mhlanga about the rumors.
Okay, sisengakakutholi itsine lokwehlukile. Sengakakutholi lesikwadi ukuthi isikole tivulwa mhla ka11 sibukela ukuthi mhla ka11 sibe sesikolweni. Kutheni silungele yini lokuvula? Umuntu ngeke asho kakhulu ngoba sisetimeni lehlukene. Le tinye tikolo acishe sitimbe kahle utibonile uhulumende ngetimali utibonile nangabothishela letinye tikolo sengakatiboni. Sisafuna ukuthi kuvulwe sibuke lokho lokuthi ngibaphila bakhalako banganani sitokhona ukuthi sikwendlulise lokho kuye kuhulumende ngoba kuvula kwethu kudependa ekutheni sime njani. Akufuneki nasivula tikolo abantwana bakhale ngekuthi kude kudla kude imali yokubathengela into tekufundza nabothishela bakhale ngekuthi kude into tekufundzisa. Savula kule simo leso ke sitabe singakavuli kahle. So sithina silungele ukuthi mhla ka11 sibe sesikolweni. Kodwa ke siyathemba ukuthi naye uhulumende
Dana also voiced his wish for the ministry to work closely with the association to address the problems faced by educators.
Basibambisa kukhipha imali tesikolo njengoba saba nemihlangano nabo bethembisa ukuthi batawubhadala imali ngoba phela vele kufundza akudepend kuhulumende kuphela. Uhulumende une share kakhe lokufuna ikhiphe kodwa nebatali bane role enkulu lokufuna bayidlale especially kuma high schools. So siyethemba ukuthi nabo batasibambisa ukuthi kuqaleke kahle lesikufisa ukuthi abantwana abafundi lokubuya we have limited time kude abantwana lokufuna bayiswe emakhaya nje bayocela imali ngekuthi batala bakabhadala lokho sekutabe kudla isikhathi. So siyacela izibatala balungiselele babhadale that part lekufuneka bayibhadale nahulumende ende loko sinewa ready ukuthi bantwana bafunze siphinde sibalungiselele ama-exam latawuqala masinyane ngaFebruary.
Reporting for Channel Yemaswati News, Abongile Mabuza, Uzandile Mpapane, Mbaban. Lamkapi Member of Parliament Dumsani Dlamini, together with the residents of the area, gathered to repair roads damaged by heavy rains. Justice Dlamini has our report.
Most roads have been damaged around the kingdom. Others have decided to start fixing the road. Today, Yemaswati journalist saw Lamkapi Member of Parliament Dumsani Dlamini fixing the road with the other residents.
Inhloso yethu ukuthi kulungisela umgwaqo sibamba liphupho lengwenyama yasho yathi ungaliyekeleli liwa livuleka egedeni kakho thatha lifosholo uvale nawo senamathuba ukuthi kuvaleke umgwaqo ngoba utawumela umuntu futhi utakulungisela umgwaqo wakho utakwenza ungasakhona ukuphuma la khaya. So ke nala majali sisebenza nawo la size nje siphume lamhla ngoba inkosi sithanzile iphakamisile. Sisasilungisele imigwaqo sive seMaswati kutshengisa sive ukuthi vele siyasebenta naso asiphume sisebende singagathi sisehulumende akabuyise ama-grade kahulumende utasikhanza sisebenta hulumende.
Engabe unjani vele umgwaqo omhlonishwala ngakini ngikula konakele khona kakhulu?
Umgwaqo wonke kuleti goze ting5 tenkundla wonakele kakhulu kangangokuba nawe so saba nekuhamba uhlola lokuthi naku nalana konakele.
Dlamini has encouraged other residents in other places to help the government fix the roads.
Welcome back from our ad break. Let's get right back into the bulletin. Now, the Manzini municipality expressed its intent to prioritize the maintenance of its infrastructure when the new financial year begins.
The Manzini municipality commits that this financial year they will be able to rehabilitate their infrastructure and also rehabilitate their roads to allow easy access into the city and enable a working environment for everyone who is their stakeholder.
Silidolobha la kaManzini ezingikhuluma nje nyalo si fast tracker le development yale infrastructure for loku commuter for lama public transport. I-bus rank yethu nje ngoba sikhuluma sekuphela about 3 to 4 years so let's conceptualize le development yayo into a global bus rank into different terminals. And we're believing if all goes well, the project iyaqala this financial year. With regards to migwaqo le leader to lama bus terminals, yona vele besibhalile nasemaphepheni ukuthi uyaqala nje lo menchis lo bakhalisa kakhulu. I-procurement yayo seyiqalile. And we're expecting ukuthi by October, lama rains ma asibeka kahle by end of the year, it will be up and running. So yonke le precinct that we're talking about le lapha ku Central Business District siyayisebenta mawundvula nje integrated development plan yethu sesiprioritize yona. So Bongwane Street Nkoselihlaza naleli bridge lesilakhako lengase Bosco konke ku within the plan. So within the next 24 months sibona ukuthi infrastructure yethu itobe say right. Ngilokuthi nje hayi yonke we have a 5 to 10 year plan, but within the CBD, it will be fine. It's just that kufaka imali sithembe ukuthi bo COVID batosixolela asibambisa kakhulu ema ratepayers asedolobheni, and we also have other ways lesi mobilizer e-finance for good developer kwe infrastructure yonke ayihlali emahlombeni e-ratepayer. Now, through subventions and rates as well.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shaw with Gary Carlos Manzini.
Vendors at the Mbaban market are fed up with their working conditions. Now the vendors say that a leaking sewer line has made it even harder for them to trade. Vendors at the Mbaban market are fed up with a leaking sewer line spreading liquid waste along their stalls. A vendor who would like to remain anonymous says that vendors have tried several times to engage with the municipality to try to solve the issue, but haven't had any success. Vendors have been dealing with the problem for 4 years now. They have also had a rough time business-wise as many of their customers. They've also had a rough time business-wise as many have lost some customers because they prefer not to subject themselves to those unsanitary conditions.
bayakuvala phinze kubuye bakuvale phinze kubuye so sesikhuluma nathi sezisikhatsela nyalo nje sesiresolve ukuthi singabhadali aphandile baze basisothele lenkinga.
Nani nikhulumisana nabo bathini bakamasipala?
Balibala kupho ukuthi inakuzana ngiwater lokufanele atowinda la sithi sine phela water vele angisi ma premises enu lawo ufuna ukuthi nini address lenkinga hayi ukuthi kusitshela ngawater kanti phela thile sithengisa kudla la ma customer nje ayasibalekela la sisakhona ngisho nekunakusa nekuthengisa siluza nje incumbi yemali banibona njalo ekupheleni kwenyanga bafuna 192 rand we-rent.
Ingabe kude nibetempilo basuka kumasipala baye bata ukubuka ukuthi nini nihlobe kanganani emabhizinisini enu?
Abavamisi lokugwenda lo baye bede nje mhlambe kanye ngeminyaka.
Are asking for the municipality to work with them to solve this issue so all can return to normal for them.
Nalo lo mkhulu lotaba khona kule lekibo.
Sesithe kasingana nesikhathi.
Lokho isisithi lesikhathi mina ngaphosisi bo 4 years. Athi banga addressa kuthule mhlambe leyo nyanga timbili emva kwaloko kuyacubuka futhi.
Our reporters contacted the Mbabane Municipality Council Information Officer Mr. Lucky Tabete about the matter, and she confirmed that the matter was reported to them by the vendors and they further reported it to the ESWATINI Water Services Company. The ESWATINI Water Services Company is responsible for dealing with such issues. Reporting for Channel Yemaswati News, Abongile Mabuza, Wazandile Mbabane. Now on to 1 Billion Rising. The NGO vows to take on more projects this year that aim to combat the rise of gender-based violence in the country.
Ukuveta lokuthi siuqala lo mnyaka inhlitiyo ebuhlungu kubona solo liqhubeka landala izinga lekuhlukubetha noma necizetelwa kwemitimba yabo mali. Lo mkhankaso ke usukumise isicubulo sawo semnyaka wanga-2022 lesitabe sisebentele tikwaso kulo mnyaka lesithi asiyisukumela imitimba yabo make emantfombatane kanye nemhlaba. Sicala lo mnyaka nje sithe nasingena saqhamuka sibone ama cases lapho bantwana labanye sebagcina nemphefumulo seyilahlekile emva kokube bahlukubetiwe ngilabo lababethembile labangaba badali babo nebantu lemango lekwathi ngabe bayabavikela. Salibona nelizinga lelidlame liqhubeka luba khona eveni iphuma umphefumulo badlwengula abantu bashayo yaqhubeka inzaba yathi bomake bayamuka nemihlaba emimangweni. Saphinde sabona kuqhubeka lapho sibona bomake livi labo lingavakali, bomake baqhubeka bakhelwa tinqumo leti bacinzetelako banga engage banga consult photwa etigabeni letiningi letehlukahlukene. Singumkhankaso ke sithi kuze eveni inhlala kahle yabomake ibe ngileyo lekahle lethuthukile simile kulesicubulo sethu lesithi siyisukumele lemtimba yabomake. Siyawuyisukumela ngekuthi siyawumelana nalo lonke elidlamelo lukhona, siyawaveta emathuba abayucinzetelwa bomake lapho bakufuna khona ukuthuthukile. Siyawenda siciniseko sekuthi livi labo hlale liyevakala. Umkhankaso kulomnyaka unetinhlelo letehlukahlukene lanato latawatenda usachubeka umnyaka sicocisana nemimango sicocisana nabomake labehlukahlukene size sicocisana sibuka siqhamuka netinhlelo ukuthi thina sibomake livi lethu sicabanga ukuthi lingavakala kangcono kanjani.
Now, taxi drivers stationed across from the Mbabane Government Hospital claim that an employee of the hospital is using unlawful tactics, leaving them without clients.
Taximen in Mbabane who work at the Mbabane Government Hospital today are complaining about the worker inside the hospital who they stated that he is stealing their clients. They mentioned that the worker charges less than them and work without proper permits. They did mention during an interview with our reporters that they have tried to engage with the worker and further involve the police, but nothing came out of their discussion.
Okay. Go, this point. Okay.
Today, okay. Ngathi lo mabhizinisi lawancane ngiyathengisa ngithekisela la special. Sila get day. Loku ngathi kusebenzisa kabi. Kunesebenzisa la special. Lesebenza la ngekhathi. Sine moto. So la ngekhathi wayela sebenza wava abuta abantu ukuthi ayifuna itekisi. Nakathi lo muntu uyayifuna itekisi, uyawushiya lo msebenzi. Abeke phansi athatha imoto. Apho ngamnikisa amisa. Bese neminyaka ngathemba seminingi iminyaka vele so uzama ukuthi sikhulumisane naye sesafika nalelo admin lo mphathi wakhe. Ufika ukuthi bekala lo mphathi wakhe wafika wasitshela ukuthi indaba uma indaba dala ngekhathi kwalo fence. Sachaza ukuthi nasike tingela indaba dala ngekhathi kwa fence sisengenzaba.
While compiling this report, our reporters could not contact the Mbabane government worker who is accused of stealing the taxman's clients, but we will continue following the story. I am Zandile Mbabane for Channel Yemaswati News with Gary Carlos.
Well, that's all we have for this evening's bulletin, but before we leave, let's recap our headlines. Lago regiments took to Ngembeni Royal Fields for yet another day of weeding. The principal secretary at the Ministry of Education inspected schools badly affected by storms. And vendors at the Mbaban market are fed up with the state of sanitation in the area. Thank you for joining us this evening. That's all we have for this bulletin. Until next time, my name is Abongile Mabuza. Have yourselves a lovely weekend. Good night.